Good morning, Jim Hodges here, Cooper here. Cooper is a 10-month-old golden doodle who came in for our residency program. Very affectionate, very smart, a happy guy, willing to do what we ask him to do. And that's all you can ask for a dog. I will have to say that the golden doodles and labradoodles I've been getting for training the last 5-6 years have been fantastic. Kudos to the breeders. They're doing a great job in getting the best of both breeds together. And I have to say, I think this breed of dog is truly a good breed. We're going to start working. Want you to watch what I'm doing, follow my guidelines, look at how I react, look at my praise, listen to my tone of voice, watch what I do with the leash, okay? This is important. This is a guide for you, so 6 months, a year, 2 years from now, you can come back and look at this and get a feel what you may be doing wrong. The biggest thing I tell my training clients or trainer clients is know what command you're going to ask from your dog before you give it, and be prepared for the outcome. If it's a good, obeying, we want to make sure we give praise. If he did something wrong, it's a consequence, the touch of where we're going, okay? And when we praise, it's good words. It could be a treat, can be a toy, definitely touch. If it's consequence, it's going to be touch. It's going to be or no with it. The consequence is not to intimidate, dominate, break his spirit, or hurt him. It's just to redirect and let him know this isn't what we want. Of course, we've got cats around this morning. I've actually got a semi-long sleeve shirt at least pulled up this morning. It's a little chilly. Everybody's going to be a little frisky, but that's okay. He still needs to obey us when we get started. Cooper, you ready, buddy? Let's go. So even he was watching the cat. He has to listen when I go. I am not going to make excuses for it. His job in our walk, especially in the beginning, is he needs to be right here, okay? If he squares out this way, we would tap the leash back towards us and tell him, no, let's go. If he surges in front, we would bite back. This guy was a notorious puller in the beginning. He's going to try to do that possibly, but if you're armed with leadership, know that that's going to happen and make the correct tap if need be, we're good. Now, I talk about tap. When he's doing what we ask, we need to praise him. Let him know that he's doing what we want him to do, so he has something to strive for, okay? I believe in treats. I don't use treats too much with let's go. It's just other commands. But the beautiful thing about treats are we can use them anytime we want. It's up to the client, okay? You decide how bad you want to give treats. The biggest rule I say with treats is we don't sit here and broadcast that we have a treat. We typically ask him to do something. If he does it and he does it right the first time, then we come in and give him the treat and praise him and tell him how good he is. If he misses it, we don't give him a treat. The treat is only for doing right the first time. If he messes up, we still redirect with the leash and the touch, okay? Very, very important. The only time that I'll let him know that I've got treats in my hand and I'm encouraging him to do things are when we're learning new commands so that I can motivate him and tease him to do what we ask, and on the come command, off-leash come command. We could even do it on the on-leash come command. I don't mind, but we're going to do it off-leash with the come is to really entice him to want to come. So let's go. Right here beside us. Atta boy. Good boy. Sit. Hand signal for sit. Atta boy. Good boy. When he does what we want to praise, okay? We want to motivate with our voice. We want to encourage him, make him want to do what we ask him to do. Now, he's got to sit and hold it until I release him. Now, I don't like to keep big bone dogs in to sit for very long, 15 seconds, 30 seconds, a minute. If he started to get up before I asked, it would be no sit, a tap, right up above his head, okay? Break. If he did not do the sit, good boy. Break is my release. If he did not do the sit, I would tap the leash and tell him, no, sit, and then good boy. Even when I bite, even when I provide a little consequence, I always come back after the fact and praise him, okay? I don't praise him as much as if he did it right the first time, but I do praise him. I want him to know that we're happy with the outcome, this is what we want, and I want to put us in a good position so we don't get frustrated and negatively have emotion towards him. Our emotion should be very positive. So let's go. Attaboy, sit. Good boy. praise, touch. Okay, good. So now we're in the sit. He has to hold it. I'm going to give the on leash come command. I've actually got a treat loaded up in my hand. I may give it to him, okay? Watch my hand signal. Come. He comes, he sits. Attaboy. I give him the treat, pet him, love him. Attaboy. He's still in the sit. Break. When I release a dog, I typically step away from him. Release meaning break. When I release them, I typically step away to encourage them to want to come back to me. And then when they do come to me, I pet them and love them. Constantly. You know, we love our dogs. Let's praise them and love them. Let's teach them what we want. And just like we do with our children sometimes, if they do something wrong, there has to be a consequence. Consequence is an important part of life for humans and for dogs. In dogs, it's more or less the touch, okay? So he did the come command to me. He came, hand signal here, he sat. If he did not come to me, I would have tapped the leash towards me. If he'd have came to me and did not sit, I would have tapped up. So if he didn't come to me, it would be no, C-O-M-E. If he came to me and didn't sit, it'd be no, sit, okay? Because he had done the come part, he just didn't finish it up with the sit. Now, off leash is totally different. We want to practice, good boy. We want to practice the off leash work as much as we can, but we never tell him to come when he's out there. What we try to do, and we've demonstrated this with the owner, is we'll load up with treats and we've got him on a leash right now, but pretend like we're not on leash and he's in the backyard or something, or in the other area of the house, because we always start this inside. Why do we start things inside, any kind of off leash? Because we can control the outcome. Our dog cannot get away from us. Okay, so I've got a couple of treats in my hand. Cooper, hey buddy, what you doing? Come. When did I say come? Attaboy, good boy. Break. When did I say come? If you go back and look at the video, I told him come after he started running to me. He was sitting over here looking at a squirrel off to the side here. If I'd have just told him to come, he might not have come. What did he learn? That he didn't have to obey me. So right now, and for the next couple of 100 times, okay, I'm going to get his attention. Cooper, look what I got. Boom. And then if he starts to come to me, I'm going to tell him to come. So what I'm doing is I'm implanting a word that excites him, because when he's coming to me, he's excited about coming, okay? If he doesn't come to me, there was nothing lost there. I just walk on and wait till the next time. Why was there nothing lost? Because I did not tell him to come and he ignored me. I was just showing him I had a treat for him or a ball for him, because he loves balls, okay, to play with the balls. As I said in our conversation the other day, is we are going to use 2 balls with him instead of 1. Just a little quick reminder for everybody out there that has toys and their dog will not bring it or release it, get the same item, same ball, same toy, and have 2 of them. And these toys are only used when you're interacting. So you put them up after you play so that he understands that's your special time together. So let's go. So we're back to let's go. All right, I'm going to point my hand. Place. Attaboy. Good boy. Now, I'm going to praise him when his 4th foot hits on the bed. Doesn't matter if there's a cat there. I don't know if you can see it in the video. He has to stay on that bed. Now, he can lay down, sit down, stand up. I don't care what he does as long as he stays on the bed. He can chew a bone, one of our elk antlers, hint, hint, hint. He can do any of those things, okay? But he's got to stay on the bed. Other people walking by, kids running by, other animals, he has to stay on the bed. In the beginning, I would have him on leash, so when he popped off the bed, because he will do it in the beginning, you can go get the leash and tap him back. No, 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 place. If he was to step off now, I would get the leash, I'd tap back towards the center of the bed and tell him, no, no, place. Instead, whoops. Now, if he fell off that bed completely, I would be in my right, no, place, to put him back on the bed. That was an innocent mistake, but so you can allow that innocent mistake to go. But guess what? If he does it again, it becomes more than a mistake, and you need to let him know that you're not going to tolerate these little pushing of the boundaries of what's going on. Let's go. Good boy. Come on. So the next thing, sit. Attaboy. If he didn't sit, I would tap. He did what I asked. Down. Hand signal from the down. Down is just like sit. When I tell him to down, he has to stay in a down. If I thought he was going to pick up something, I would tell him, no, down. He wasn't going to pick anything up, but I just wanted to show you what I would do if he started to do it. Come back and praise when he gets back to the right behavior that we have. So down is different than sit because he can stay in a down as long as we need him to be, okay? I like to tell people if we're going to have a dog in more than a couple of minutes, I'll come in and go, stay, okay? Now that stay means pack your bags, dude, you're going to be there for a while. He can roll on his side. He can now smell around him. He can chew on a bone or a toy. He just has to stay at ease in that down position. When I'm ready to get him out of that stay command, I'll call him by name. If I had just told him down and gave another command, I wouldn't call him by name because he's supposed to be paying attention. But once I put that stay command on him, he understands that he doesn't have to stay focused on what I'm asking. Also use that same stay as a wait or a stay in the house, okay? So I'll go out of a room with he's in, and I'll tell him, stay. That means he cannot cross that portal with me. He's supposed to stay in that room. Guess what? When I stay, he can do anything he wants as long as it's not a bad behavior, and he's fine. If he comes through the portal, no, 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 stay, and I immediately walk back out, okay? So, hey, buddy, break. Let's go. Down. I may tell him down at any time. It's not just with sit. It's down when I think I need him to down. The one thing about the down is that's his most submissive command. When we can get him to down and do down stays, we are showing him we're physically and mentally stronger than he is and worthy of being followed. Break. Let's go. So break is the same thing as the release. Sit. So you saw me do down from the side, now from the front. Down. I said down, but you saw he was doing down for the hand signal. I like to do down like this from in front, like this from the side. Notice my hands aren't here. That might be hard to see in my body. I stick my hand out here for people to see it, okay? So we're in the down. Come. Atta boy, good boy. Break. So you see, I could have him come out of that down. The other thing that I can do is down. Good boy. Sit. Yes, fantastic. Good boy. Atta boy. So I've decided that I want to give him a treat. Good boy. Break. There's a special way to give a treat. I don't like to give a treat like this, so he's biting on it. I usually open up my hand and let him take it out softly. He does this very, very well. Really proud of him. Let's go. Come on. So the next thing is the load up. To get on furniture, to load in cars. Hup. Atta boy. As I've said in other videos, break. That's a good boy. There's something about getting up on that stump that just turns dogs on. It makes them feel confident about who they are. So I'm going to do it. All right? So now, the last command that we have to address is the heel command. People ask me all the time, why heel? Quite honestly, it's because I do it. You know, when I'm out in public and I'm not showing off with my dogs or giving a demonstration as Jim Hodges, I give the let's go. Why? Because my dogs walk right beside me on a loose leash, and if I hadn't said it, everything needs to be loose. It can't be tight. Loose. When it's tight, he knows we have control. When it's loose, he knows we have control, but a different form of control is from inside here, okay? So when I'm walking, I'm on a loose leash. Heel is the same thing, except he's an imaginary box. He's supposed to stay in this imaginary box when we're walking. We're supposed to help keep him in that imaginary box, and when we stop, he's supposed to sit automatically. If we speed up, he speeds up. If we turn, he turns. Have to remember with the heel and any other command, we have to give it, especially movement command, we have to give him a chance to respond to us. He cannot read our mind. So we're getting ready to do the heel. Watch what I do if he doesn't do it. I feel pretty comfortable he's going to be fine. But if he does it, I'm going to deal with it and show you how to deal with it. So if he popped out this way on the heel, what would I do? Same as I said, let's go. I would tap in. Instead of saying no, let's go, it would be no, heel. And then good boy when he gets back. You ready, man? heel. Hand signal going out. He's right here by my side. I step off, look at him coming right back into my box. Good boy. And when I stop, he sits. Just like with the other sit, he's now in a sit until I release him or go to another command. Ready? Heel. So we'll come right up to you. That's such a good boy. Yes, sir. Now, I can praise him a lot. If I praised him too much and he broke the command, what would I have to do? I would have to bite him and, no, sit. So you people that have crazy, crazy dogs, when you go to, crazy happy dogs, when you go to praise them, they may break the command. Guess what? You've got to provide a consequence, a redirect, and make them hold it. And then you, by chance, would sort of dial back your praise in the beginning till your dog is proofed on what needs to happen. Fantastic guy here. Break. He's going to be a great, great member of the family. He's going to do what you ask. If he tests you, understand that's part of nature, a part of who dogs are, okay? As he gets older, it may happen. But if it does happen, just make a note and pretty much tell yourself that I might not be inconsistent with him. I like to tell people when we give a command, we're prepared for him to do it. If he doesn't do it, we need to be prepared to act on it. We do all this on leash to begin with because what we're teaching him are that our words mean what we say. If not, there's a physical consequence. If he does what we ask, there's a physical praise, okay? Our job is to praise him 20 times more during the day than we ever provide a consequence or a bite, okay? So how are we going to praise him so much? When he's laying down, when he's just being a good boy, we want to reach out and praise him. And as often as we can, we try to combine the various motivations, praise, touch, words, toys, treats, whatever we can do to make it synonymous with each other so he learns that that's a good thing. My name is Jim Hodges. My number is 336-945-3232. JimHodgesDogTraining.com. Facebook is Facebook, Jim Hodges Dog Training. Even my email, sales@JimHodgesDogTraining.com. As I tell all of my clients, as long as God will have me here on this earth and able to do it, if you need a follow-up, as long as you come to me, there's no charge, okay? And because I want you to have a great dog, I want to make a difference. I want him to make a difference in your life, and I want you to make a difference in his life. And y'all can be a great family together. Thank you so much, and God bless. Break it.